beautifully there. There's going to be a nice little gap. Let me know when you think I should stop. There we go. There we are. There's the little one. Oh, everyone, I'm too excited right now. Way too excited. And then she's going to move over. Shadow's just coming around the corner here. I'm just going to move ourselves as well, so we can see mom and daughter together. Here we go. Okay. There is our beautiful Shadow. And she's coming up right past the car. This is absolutely fantastic. She's sniffing and moving around. So I have a feeling because she's been spending so much time in Little Gallery that she's going to be remarking territory this side. Now I'm hoping she chooses to stay our side for a little bit longer. But you never know. She might go back into Little Gallery. She's been spending a lot of time there, and I think that has to do with where she's started sort of moving her territory a little bit because of where Tundi has moved her territory. Now, Shadow was on a kill with her youngster and Hassana. Look how big the little one's gotten. I can't believe it. But she's not looking, so Shadow's not looking overly full. So I have a feeling neither cub. So I have a feeling Hassana got quite a lot of that meal. Now where they're moving to, I just want to move us so that we can get another view, but it's going to take me about 5 seconds or so. We are right on the border here. Now remain in Little Gallery, and she's going to the road. Sorry about that. There's your Noelle moment for the day. And I have a feeling she's going to head back into Little Gallery. So let me just get over onto the main road here so that we can get a nice view of her coming across. Don't go anywhere. And signal, you stay put. Don't go anywhere. Ooh. All right, we have a lot of bumps. Sorry, Davi. We've got a lot of bumps and a little bit of pickup, so I'm apologizing to all of you for that, but here we go. Okay, now hopefully what they're going to do is they're going to come walking right past the left-hand side of our car, right into view of the camera, of course. There we go, mom and daughter together. Now you can see that size that I was talking about. Look how similar in size they are now. Still not quite as big as mom, but she is definitely getting there. She's just about a year. I think she's a year in February, and we're halfway through January, so she's a year old. And there were some wildebeest just now. We can't see them anymore, that were running away. That was attracting some of their attention. And the cub at this age is going to be aware of everything. It's going to be aware of birds that are around, and impala youngsters, and the wildebeest movements, and it's going to be extremely curious. So when Shadow has to leave her youngster now, when she comes back, there's always the risk that the youngster might have moved off into an area that's not where she was left before, because she's so curious. So part of what Shadow has to do is to make sure to communicate properly to her youngster. Listen, you stay right here. Now Shadow's going to come nicely in front here. We're going to get some beautiful screenshots. And she's chosen instead to go towards the right-hand side of our vehicle. We might see a telephone pole or two that runs alongside the main road here, but no worries there. And she is definitely smelling. So there's a possibility that there's also, remember we talked about how they like to eat baby mice? There's possibility that she's looking for that just as a little bit of a snack. And then the youngster is copying mum, copying everything mum does, smelling wherever mum goes. Sorry for my hat there, everybody. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to wait for them to do what they're going to do, because we're still going to be able to catch them just here at the back. And we've got the other vehicle that's moving at the same time. So the rules with the vehicles when we're moving is if the animal is moving, the vehicles are allowed to move. If the animal is stationary, then it's just one vehicle at a time. But we're really lucky because of the way that our vehicle works and where Dobby can sit and swivel. And there they go, off into Little Gowrie. And notice how the youngster's not staying close like Tandi's little cub, but is sort of asserting its independence just enough where it's still looking at Mum. It's copying what Mum's doing, but it's doing it within its own little space. It's very important for growth and development, not just of its skills, but also of her brain. I'm just going to angle us just a little bit differently because hopefully we can keep them in view for a little bit longer. Although I have a feeling that we might get too much signal breakup on the dip here. I don't want to run into that pole. There's going to be a very large bump at the back. Sorry for the back of my head, everybody. Just trying to see. There. Is that okay for you, Davi? Okay, perfect. So this is probably going to be the last sequence that we managed to get. That's the youngster there. I have a feeling that Mum's gone down into the Milwaukee. But unfortunately, this little dip here is not the best for our signal because both sides... and she runs and jumps. We can try and roll forward. I'll see if we can manage to keep signal. The dip is hard for our signal to get in. We might get a little bit of breakup. But I think if we sit, they're going to come right into the riverbed. Yes, you still have us. Fantastic. And Mum's coming from behind. Now, if they're kind to us, they will move straight down the riverbed. If not, then they'll go up onto the side. But if they move straight down the riverbed, we have enough of a good signal here, as well as an angle to be able to follow them for a little bit longer. So everyone, I do hope you're enjoying this sighting this morning. I'm over the moon about this. And now I'm hoping that Shadow's youngster just runs up and jumps on her a little bit. They like to do that. Playful mornings, especially when it's cooler like it is this morning. Now, where Shadow is heading, if she heads more to her left, like she's going to do now, that's a very close place to where we last had Kachava. And remember, Kachava was heavily pregnant the last time that we saw her with that interaction with Tingana. And we were hoping that she was possibly going to have her den site somewhere close to here. So that will be interesting if they run into each other, what will happen there. Alita, very good question. You're wondering if Shadow's cub could help Mum hunt at this age. She's still a bit too young, Alita. She's developing those skills, but she would be more of a hindrance than a help. So Mum's still going to leave her. Shadow's youngster needs about another 6 months before she's able to properly help Mum. And even then, they're not going to necessarily hunt together like lions do, although from time to time I have friends of mine that said they've seen something similar, but in general leopards tend to do their own kills. So what I've personally seen is a youngster around a teenager around about 1.5 years, almost into adulthood, catching an impala and then sharing with Mum, or Mum going up to areas where there's young impala, let's say, and herding some of the young impala together to allow the little one to then access that and practice their skills. It's really incredible. So I'm very sorry. It was a very brief sighting, but it was a very wonderful sighting, and we had some really great visuals. I think let's go back to Tristan, who has Shadow's sister, and see what she's up to. It's just a leopard palooza this morning.